Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week April 15th to 21st. So your cards this week, Leo, are in the position of energies leaving, completing or transitioning. You have the Queen of Wands clarified with Akashic Records. You have the focus energies of the Two of Wands clarified with the Four of Swords. And you have the Two of Pentacles coming in towards the end of the week. So Leo, this is quite a different reading this week and quite a deep, meaningful and spiritual reading for you. That being because we have the card Akashic Records, which has come up. So I use the Star Child Tarot deck for clarifying, and this deck actually includes a 22nd Major Arcana card, which is Akashic Records. So the concept of Akashic Records is that there is like an energetic matrix that carries an imprint of every emotion, action, thought or word or experience that has ever taken place in our universe. And it's sort of, the concept is that all of this information is gathered in sort of like a library or a great etheric space where there's a collection of mystical knowledge that we can tap into. The concept is also that we have our own unique Akashic record, each one of us carries. You may have also heard of this concept being called the Book of Life or the Tree of Life. So it's a really, really powerful energy, and I interpret this as that recently you've really been questioning your place in life, your place in the universe, the laws of spirituality, you know, all the deep and meaningful mysteries of life. I really think that you've been questioning all of this stuff. It's quite a spiritual time for you, and you could be going through quite a deep spiritual awakening, where you've been really thinking about all of these things and where you fit into this great mystery, this mysterious puzzle of life. And you've been very determined in your exploration of these concepts. You know, the Queen of Wands is a determined, fiery energy. So, yeah, a really interesting energy to be in. And I think at times all of us experience this time where we're deeply called to reflect on where we came from, what we're doing here, what is the purpose and the meaning of life. So really interesting energy there. Now, I think because the reason why you've been, reflecting so heavily on this is that you are trying to make a decision for your future path, decision that will keep you on purpose, that you'll be able to live and work in line with your values. And I think that's what's really important too. You don't want a meaningless future, a meaningless job, a meaningless relationship. You really, at this stage in your life, you want to align all of these things and live on purpose with passion. So you've got the Two of Wands as your focus energy, clarified with the Four of Swords. So the Two of Wands is all about contemplating the future, and as we've just seen, I think you're contemplating that in terms of, your spirituality or your purpose, your greater purpose in life. What's your calling in life? What work are you called to do here? Because that's what you want now. You want real meaning in your life. So in the card here, the character he's in the safety of his castle here, and he's looking out onto these fertile pastures. He has one hand on the rod that represents the future, and he still has his past rod here tethered to the side of the castle. So he's really deciding whether to step beyond his comfort zone and explore something new, explore new terrain. He's questioning himself as to what that may hold for him. Now with the Four of Swords here, I feel that you are embodying this energy of thinking about your purpose and meaning in life, and how to change that and take action on it. But I don't feel that you're quite ready to make any bold moves or leaps of faith quite yet. The Four of Swords carries an energy of rest or contemplation. So I feel like you've gone through this period of really contemplating and exploring all this sort of deeper meaning in life. Now you're actually at the stage where you're thinking, okay, how can I actually integrate that into my life, and how can I let that guide my future to bring me back on purpose and create a really meaningful future? but you're just not quite ready to take that action yet. I think you're sort of waiting to see how you might be able to allow that to unfold in your life. So yeah, you are definitely making progress, but just not quite ready to take any leaps, not quite ready to step beyond the comfort zone just quite yet. So you've got the energy of the Two of Pentacles coming in towards the end of the week, which is very fitting because this is all about sort of juggling priorities. So, you know that there's this shift coming, which is driven by your search for greater meaning and purpose in your life. But for now, you will have to sort of remain in your day job, your daily grind or life as it is until you figure out what that next move is. So that's going to mean that you'll be sort of juggling those two dimensions for now. You're going to be You're going to be juggling your dual reality. So, you might be sort of dipping into this kind of really interesting mindset sometimes, but then it's like, okay, that's right, I've got to get back on with the drudgery of everyday normal life. And for a while, you're sort of going to be moving towards, also between those two realms. So it's such an interesting energy you've got here. I think you're really questioning your place in the world and your nature, and you are going to be making a move in the future that's going to really satisfy that part of yourself. But for now, you'll be existing in both realities and sort of juggling them for the time being. So yeah, this is really juicy, interesting stuff, and there is a change on the horizon for you that's going to bring greater meaning and purpose to your life, but it's still simmering away, or you could say still percolating. So Leo, really, really interesting. Enjoy your week. That's what I have for you. Feel free to comment on this video if that resonates for you, and just keep in mind it's general reading, so not everyone's going to be going through this kind of spiritual awakening, but I feel that this is very relevant for some of you. So we'll see you again for another reading next week, Leo.